So my name is David Beukes. I'm married to Michelle, and we have 2 dogs. Gracefields is our family, it's our community, it's where we've matured, it's where we've grown up. I became a Christian in what I would call Standard 1, which I think is grade 3 for us now. It's a familiar story of over a process of growing up, you test and you understand how that applies to you. It wasn't always a constant growing closer to God. There were many years spent rebelling. But my first memory of me understanding kind of sin and what Jesus had done to do something about that was in Standard 1. I mean, we were both in London at the time, around about 99, 2000. We decided we wanted to get into this thing called online payments. There were 3 of us that were early founders of the company, and that's where we started Paygate. Over the next really 21 years have grown that. If you read the stats, the biggest online payments processing platform in the country. And so if you've bought something on Takealot or you use Mr. D regularly, the system that makes your payment work was something that we built and developed and grew over the years. Work is a good thing. We should be busy with something, and there's a richness in our daily activity because God is at the center of that. There's also a bit of sobering, and I mean, we did go through periods of this in our business where like this could all disappear tomorrow. And so if this does disappear tomorrow, is my identity wrapped up in that? Or is that just something I do? For me, that is the difference of being a Christian and knowing God in that process is just seeing the value of work, but knowing that it's not who defines you. I think my situation was fortunate in that we had we had an end goal. When we got there, I was able to step away from that. But there were periods that, in a sense, it became all-consuming. I could literally go home to sleep and be on the bandwagon from 8 until 10. I think the caution for us, and this is where kind of Michelle was very helpful, is making sure I didn't disappear down the rabbit hole and this became life forever. She was the guardrails that helped me. Like putting in the time and putting in the effort is good. You're working towards something. If that becomes your norm and that becomes your everything, then that becomes your identity. I got to a place where this is something I do, and so when it came time for me to step away from that, I could step away from that. It no longer became defining.